Jai Shri Mataji, Jai Shri Mataji, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Sahaja Yoga workshop. Adi Shakti, worshipping Adi Shakti from Sakar to Nirakar by Avdhut Pai. You must be knowing Avdhut Pai, who's known for vertical growth sessions all over the world. And this session start with guided meditation and sharing his experiences, and followed by question and answer, and closing by again meditation. But question and answers, you can also ask questions in the chat, YouTube chat, or else you can also send an email to vishwanirmaladharma.eu@gmail.com. So please join me, invite our dear Bhaiya, Avdhut Bhaiya, to the session. Thank you. Bhaiya, over to you.
Hello, Jai Shri Mataji, everybody. Let's go inside ourselves for a small meditation. We can all bow down to Shri Mataji and raise our Kundalini and put a bandhan. When we bow down, we can just put our Ajna Chakra on the ground and ask Mother Earth to absorb all the problems of this, our Ajna Chakra. Put both the hands towards Mother Earth. Try to relieve our blockages. All the chakras, bring to Mother Earth. To absorb, to suck in all the problems of all our chakras. We put our left hand on the left lap, right hand always on the ground. If you want to pray, you can, but otherwise just feel the vibrations coming in from the left hand, going towards the Mother Earth from the right hand. Now we put the right hand towards Shri Mataji, left hand towards the sky. Always remember to keep your attention fixed on Sahasrara. You can put our left hand on the left lap. Shri Mataji, you're trying to go into the state of meditation. Please give us the permission to go into this state of thoughtlessness, to be stationed there. Please give us the permission to enter your kingdom, your domain, your palace. We can say the three Maha Mantras. ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदि शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। Just put our attention on Sahasrara. Srimati, just let me feel your love in my Sahasrara, feel your presence in my Sahasrara. Just let me feel the silence. Please forgive me if I have done any mistakes against your principles, done anything so that you are unhappy. Help me to be settled in the Nirvikalpa state. Try to feel the vibrations in both the hands, the attention on Sahasrara, like a triangle with both the hands like a base, Sahasrara, the apex. There's nothing to be done. If you cannot keep your attention on Sahasrara, you can look at the Sahasrara of Shri Mataji. And once you are able to fix your attention on Sahasrara, you can go again inside, closing your eyes. I'll just remain in this state for about 10 minutes. Nothing to be said, nothing to be done. Just absorbing like a child absorbs the milk of the mother. We absorb Shri Mataji's vibrations through our Sahasrara. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for allowing us to go into the state of meditation. Thanking you again and again. Jai Shri Mataji. So, Jai Shri Mataji, all of you. First of all, thank you. Thank the organizers of this Nirmal Anand Mela for inviting me to this session. Before we go ahead, would like to just tell you a couple of things. The fact that we came to Sahaja Yoga in the beginning does not mean that we are somebody great, much evolved, or anything else. Now we are all in the sea, at the sea level. If we have joined the stream in the mountains, then it became a river. Then it has joined the sea. The sea level, everybody is at the same level. Our only advantage could be that we joined rather early and we could see how Sahaja Yoga has grown from the stream level to the sea level, especially how some of the droplets have fallen on the rocks and got evaporated. So, what are the main things we have to do to remain in the mainstream? The subject of today's session is worshipping Adi Shakti from Sakar to Nirakar form. It's a very deep subject. In fact, I feel that only Shri Mataji has kept us in Sahaja Yoga because she has understood our deep desire to worship her in her Nirakar form. So this session will be sort of divided into several parts. The first I will tell some miracles which happened with me. There are lots of experiences which happened in my life, which I have put in the YouTube sessions. You can find in the description section. But there are three real miracles happen in front of me and which I would like to share. Second part will be when we are after 2011, when Shri Mataji left her human body, what experiences we had. That I feel is quite important. The first part will be important for us to understand her powers as Adi Shakti, her powers as a loving mother, how the deities react. The second part is now what we have to do, what we have got powers. Afterwards, we'll have question answers and then see a video and then go into state of meditation. All along this session, we'll try to remain on this Sahasrara. So the three miracles. The first miracle is when Shri Mataji was happy with me, she took away my karmas. It so happened that even after my realization, basically I started after realization smoking. I used to smoke 2 or 3 cigarettes a year. I used to go out with my friends, and they, sort of how they are. They used to smoke and drink. We used to go out for a weekend. Could not drink, but smoking, yes, 2 or 3 cigarettes. Then once I smoked at end January 76, and in 1 week there was a puja. At that time we could go on the feet of Shri Mataji after the puja. All of us used to go. So when it was my turn, Shri Mataji just asked me, Avdhut, did you smoke? My heart literally stopped. I didn't say anything. But then again, I did not take it that seriously. And I used to go to these picnics and smoke again. So in 79 January, we were in Dhulia. There was this Maharashtra tour. And at that time, Sri Mataji used to call us sometimes to put our hand on her different parts of the chakras, like Ajna chakra or Vishuddhi chakra, to take out the vibrations because we did not suck in even enough vibrations. So there was a Havan, and in the beginning, Sri Mataji said, I want a man who has never smoked in his life to put his hand on my Vishuddhi. We had some yogis from abroad who had already smoked. Even the Indians, they had smoked bidis. So they said Avdhut, and then I put my head down. I pulled my ears and I said, no, I have smoked. Regardless of what people will say, I said, I don't want to be dishonest. I heard Sri Mataji saying that he smoked when he accepts that he has smoked in front of everybody. Then the whole day went along very well. In the evening, there was a public program. We were standing outside in a remote village. Suddenly, I started getting the smell of cigarette. I do not know it was both the Vishuddhi fingers or at least the right one. And we used to stay with Sri Mataji in the same bungalow like Rahul Bhai's bungalow. We were on the ground floor. So I went and washed my hands and saw the smell was exactly there, not a little bit less. I was really worried. So that time we could go to Sri Mataji's room. So I asked Sri Mataji, I went and asked, I said, Sri Mataji, there's some smell coming from my fingers. So she took both my fingers in her hands. And for 1 or 2 minutes, she held my fingers. And then she asked me, how do you feel? See the smell is gone. He said, because you have accepted in front of everybody that you have smoked, I've taken out that smoke from your body. And not only that, but the whole karma of smoking, I have taken it out. Now, if you say to anybody that I've never smoked in my life, that is true. So I said yes, but she said, again, promise me that you will not smoke. Obviously, I promised I never smoked. And then in the West, I had, for some reason, to do a MRI scan. And again, my doctor said, MRI scan of my brain. So the doctor said, your brain is so clear. We have it's because you have never smoked in your life. Because if you smoke, there's some stains in the brain. So I said, yes, I've never smoked. And then there was some other doctor. He said this carotid artery, they call it Doppler test. So he again said that it's so clear that we can see that you have never smoked in your life. I said, yes, I have never smoked in my life. So this is the instance where Shri Mataji took out my karma when she was happy with me because I told her the truth. Second is, we know only Adi Shakti can give realization. So in Bombay, Mumbai, we used to have this public program in our Chowpatty, Bharati Vidya Bhavan, third floor, Gita Mandir Hall. Every evening we used to have 74, 75, 76. Whenever Shri Mataji was there in Bombay. In 73, it was even morning, evening. Before Shri Mataji went to the UK, she it was she went on 31st December, but before that, every morning, evening, there was a public program. So anyway, so I was sitting in the front, and that time Shri Mataji used to give a talk about Kundalini. And then we used to go and work on the new people, and those new people, afterwards we used to take them to on Sri Mataji's feet. So Sri Mataji just at some point, I was sitting in the front, and as she looked somebody who had come with a kataksha, like a very stern glance, and I saw it was a Sadhu Maharaj, like a big beard, long hair, and yet come he was sitting behind, and I was quite curious. So after the talk, I went to him. I said, "Would like to, like me to raise your kundalini or anything?" And he just did like this, that leave me alone, sort of. Then, of course, when Sri Mataji finished, she was about to go. He came from the opposite side, and he fell on Sri Mataji's feet like a coconut tree, like this. But Sri Mataji stopped the fall. She put her Ajna finger or thumb, I do not remember, on his Ajna chakra. But before falling, he said, Ma, very loudly. And then when Sri Mataji put that finger on his Ajna, he gave a very, very big sigh of relief, like this. And he went away. Then we asked, I mean, nobody spoke, neither that person nor Sri Mataji. Then we asked Sri Mataji, who was he? What happened? So she said that these are Hatha Yogis who have come from the Himalayas, and he knew that I am coming here. And these Hatha Yogis, when their Kundalini is awakened, it gets stuck up in the Ajna. And as we know, only Adi Shakti can, give the realization. So she said, when I put my hand on his Ajna chakra, the Kundalini shot up, and he got his realization. And that's why he was relieved. And when his kundalini gets stuck up, it's like 1,000 bees stinking at the same time. So it is very painful. So that's why he was relieved. And then she said that you, Sir Yogis, you just feel a little bit pressure or on the head or a little bit on the fingers, you feel tingling sensation, because the protection of my umbrella is there on you all the time. So this is the second miracle. And the third one was how we displease the deities within Sri Mataji. That's something which I learned. It so happened also in 77, I think. At that time, Uncle Modi was the leader of Bombay. And Sri Mataji had come to his place to live for 2-3 days. And he had a name very close to him, another Sahaja called Mr. Vyas was staying. So I was very, close with this Vyas. And this Vyas had called non-Sahajogini, somebody to sing in his house. And he said, why don't you invite Sri Mataji? I would like her to come. So I told Uncle Modi once, twice, thrice, and finally Sri Mataji came. And we went to this evening program. Srimati said, wow, 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 very nice, everything fine. And when we came home, it was quite maybe 5-10 minutes walking distance at night, 10:30, 11. And we came home. Shri Mataji said, bring this, in Marathi we say kashachi vati, means it's a saucer made of 5 metals like copper and other metals. So if we rub these against the feet, our feet, with butter or with ghee, it takes out the heat from the body. So she asked me to rub that against her feet, because I was surprised, because normally Uncle Modi used to do that. So when I started rubbing, I just touched the feet. It was very, very hot, like a hot frying pan. I said, but Shrimati, your feet are very hot. She said, this lady, those songs which she sang, it's not to be sung in front of the goddess. It is to be sung in the brothels, in the koti. It's called mujra. And because she sang in front of me, all the deities got very angry. And they are showing that anger here. I was really stunned. I was shocked how it was a big mistake on my part to have insisted that Srimati comes to the program. I was so sad and I started crying. So Srimati said, why are you crying? I said, because of me, you had to, bear all this pain, all this heat in the body. And she said, no, but you did not know that this mudra is not to be sung in the front of the goddess. I said, yes. Now you know. I said, yes. So it was such a sweet thing, but I realized how we can displease the deities which are in the body of Sri Mataji. So this was the third miracle. Now, these deities also, there was one incident in France, 1985 Guru Puja. You could not go to the airport, and Sri Mataji was very angry, and she said these deities didn't want to have the puja. So this is something which we have to take into consideration. Now, Sri Mataji, she is not with us physically, but we feel that only the loudspeaker is gone. She doesn't speak, but she conveys to us what she wants, what is good, what is bad. And that is through 3 detection instruments which she have. One is the Kundalini, second are the vibrations, and third is the Sahasrara. In 2008, the last talk which Sri Mataji gave, she said that you make a group of 4 persons, 5 persons, and you work on each other and try to work it out. So we have a group of about 4 people, and we are sharing these experiences. We had some experiences of these 3 detection instruments. I feel that we have to sharpen them. We have to awaken them. We have to watch them, what they say, what they indicate to us. Out of these 3, the Sahasrara is the best. It's the most effective because of some reasons which I will tell you. You remember this promise Sri Mataji said, as soon as you close your eyes and you remember me, I will come with all my powers. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Garuda Lai Siddhari. So where is she? She is here on our Sahasrara. So she's always there. She is watching us, she is guiding us, she is nourishing us. Also, Sahasrara is the Satya Khanda. So if somebody says something and you feel vibrations on Sahasrara, you can be sure that that person is telling the truth. Also, Sahasrara is the only instrument which will work out Sahaja in the modern times. We have made a small, with UK, we do some meditations and we make videos on different subjects. And recently we made this video. I'll just show you quickly the videos which we make, the different subjects. See, this is also in the advanced knowledge in the on Amruta. So like a recognition is the only way, importance of humility. Lots of subjects are there. These are compilations of different talks. Importance of thoughtlessness, importance of meditation. So these are the talks, and recently we made one. There's one on prophecies, warnings, and promises by Shri Mataji. The one which I was talking is that we have to keep Sri Mataji pleased. And when we go on Sri Mataji's Kundalini, then there are no thoughts and we become silent. So these are you can go through it. I will share it. So we can see that. And in the Sahasrara, we had also, there is not here now. I don't know why. But anyway, so that I will share also. So what I was trying to say is Sahasrara is very effective. Because what happens is when we are on the Sahasrara, all our illusions, all our self-imposed ignorance, as Shri Mataji says, it falls away, it drops out. She talks about it in Sahasrara 1998. I remember these talks because I've heard them quite a number of times and it really struck me in it. They are in my head. So what happens also is that when you open the Sahasrara, all your troubles, all whatever is troubling you, everything, it goes out of the Sahasrara. It can be expelled from the Sahasrara. And when we know that when the heart is open, only then the Sahasrara can be open, because heart is covering the Sahasrara on our Sahasrara. But here she says if the Sahasrara is open, then it can open the heart. So it's in Birthday Puja 84 Mumbai. It's in Marathi. So you can listen to that. And what happens also is that whatever we see, we have reactions. And these reactions are of no use. Actions are yes. Reactions are, and when the Sahasrara is open, the reactions are much less. We can reach a state of zero reaction. Again, that Sahasrara Day Puja, 1998, Shri Mataji talks about it. And Sahasrara gives us the full idea that of our own divinity, 1991. Our own divinity, she says, you are a divine person. So that's why Sahasrara is important. So I'll give you just a couple of examples of how the Sahasrara can help. Like once one of us, his daughter-in-law was pregnant, and after 9 months the baby comes out. So in the 7th month, she had to go to the hospital and all. He was quite afraid. He started crying on the telephone. He said, now the child is gone. So immediately the father felt vibrations on the Sahasrara. So he told his son, don't worry, everything will be all right. So of course the child came. He had to be put in that ICU and everything. But then everything was fine. The child had no sequels, nothing, no after effects. So this is one thing. And second is when we are the another son, he had very good degrees like IIT in India, here in the West, and he was engineer and then working in a financial firm. So he lost his job, and he for 1 year he could not get And he said, okay, otherwise I'll come home, I'll take dole and all. So his father was a bit worried. Said, what is my son talking about? And suddenly felt vibrations on Sahasrara. And it so happened that in about a couple of weeks, he got a very good job in Australian bank. Also, one of these boys, he had to go, he had applied for the second master's, and somehow he was not called the day of interview, because in the first master he had very good marks, but in the beginning of his university studies he had missed 1 or 2 years and all that. But anyway, so he was quite upset, and next day his father told him, okay, anyway you go, because doesn't matter if you do not have your interview call. So, but anyway, he said, no, I don't even have 5% chance. So the next day when he went, father just came in front of Shri Mataji's photo, put his hand, no bandhans, no prayers, nothing. He just put his hand and he felt cool vibrations coming from the photo, like a storm, like a typhoon, and it like a crown. It settled on his Sahasrara, and he was completely in meditation for some time, and he was quite sure that things will be all right. And afternoon, our midday, he said, the son said, yes, I was allowed to go in. Everybody was in for just 3 minutes, and I was there for 10 minutes. And the evening, he said that yes, he's got admission in the masters. So Sahasrara, Sri Mataji gives us, she redeems us, consoles us, comforts us. So this is comforting. It is uh, saying everything will be all right. So she gives the indication. Now the Kundalini also, it gives an indication about how things will work out. Like one fellow was to go for a talk in a seminar, and he had vertigo problems, and also he had COVID, and he was coughing quite a lot, and he had to drive for 3.5 4 hours. So he said, okay, my wife can drive me and I will go. But then finally his wife also last minute shared some infection, she could not go. But during all this time, like 1 or 2 months, every time he thought about uh, this uh, this seminar, his Kundalini rose up. So the Kundalini was giving, uh, consoling him, saying that everything will be all right, don't worry. And he was quite confident that nothing will happen. So he drove all the way there and he told Shri Mataji, please allow me to talk for 1.5 hours without coughing, and afterwards the coughing can come. And he could really speak, and everything was all right. Nothing happened. Uh, and Srimati sort of protected him. And afterwards, of course, coming home, he had, all the vertigo, coughing, everything came up. So, second instance is that once Sajogi was, now all these are one of these, our four, he was put out of work. So his boss called. There were about 15, and out of that, about 10 were put out of work. So his boss called and said that in about 15 days, your job is gone. So everybody was morose and disappointed and depressed. So he suddenly remembered, I have to raise my Kundalini. So his Kundalini, you can raise it with your attention. So he went in his desk and raised his Kundalini again and again. And still he found the attention stationed in his Sahasrara. Shri Mataji shows this at least in 2 occasions, which I will narrate. But in most of the public programs, she does that, especially in the West. So the first time there was a meditation in Sahasrara Puja 85 Vienna. So Sri Mataji does like this, like this, and she raises the Kundalini. And also in Bordi, 6th of February 1985, she takes a meditation, again she does that. So if you are able to do that, it's a abhyas, it's a practice. If you are able to do that, it's a very good thing which we can really put it into practice. These are our powers. We have got like different powers, giving realization or transforming people, curing them. But this is, we can really um, try to put it into practice. Now, the Sahasrara, this Kundalini gives us always the indication what is going to happen, as I told you. And this Kundalini, when we are raising with our attention, we can do it anywhere. Like one fellow was uh, stuck up in a parking, -4. So he had to go really somewhere, for some important work. And he said, if I'm stuck up because of some, I don't know what happened, but what will happen? And he was rather worried. So he raised his Kundalini, hand on the steering wheel, raised his Kundalini again and again. When he felt the vibrations on the Sahasrara, he said, now it will be all right. And really, this car started moving slowly and gradually. He came out of that parking and he could drove, and just for some 5 minutes before his appointment, he could reach the place. So these are some instances I'm giving of what we have experienced, and there's a possibility of doing that. So now this Kundalini and this, we have talked of Sahasrara, we have talked of Kundalini. Now about the vibrations. We use the vibrations for quite some things, especially for putting bandhans. So when we are putting bandhan, what do we do exactly? Srimati talks about it in Christmas Puja 84. We telephone to Shri Mataji. So we telephone to Srimati. We don't put a bandhan while talking on the giving some recipes or something like that. No, we try to go before Shri Mataji and tell her, Shri Mataji, this and this person has some problem. I'm putting this problem at your lotus feet. And then we have to do something which is important, is that we should tell Shri Mataji, please try to solve it as you want, when you want, and if you want. We should not put any condition like, I'm putting a bandhan for my son to pass his exams, so he should pass. When we put a condition, it becomes a contract. Like in India, we say, let my son pass exams, I will give you 108 rupees. Ganesha, please help. So it becomes a contract. It's not a surrender. Surrender is when we completely put everything in her hands. So when we put our bandhan on on the feet of Sri Mataji, we have to just see how we feel. It's like a recorded delivery. You can feel the vibrations on the hands, cool vibrations immediately, or on the Sahasrara. Sometimes it might take some time. And if you are feeling the vibrations on the hand and the Sahasrara, that's the best. But try to feel the vibrations at least on the Sahasrara. So these things have to be sort of experienced. And when you put a bandhan, you have to put a nice bandhan. Try to forget about it. Don't go on putting a bandhan. Like you are going to somebody's house, you ring the bell. He said, yes, I'm coming. So you don't go on ringing the bell. You'll just annoy that person. So you once put, yes, I've put a bandhan. Let Shri Mataji take her time to do what she wants. There was also an example, like one of us, his sister-in-law, she had a kidney transplant, and everything was fine. But the doctor said she should not have any infection. Otherwise, that will be a failure. Suddenly, after some years, she started coughing. For 1 or 2 months, she was coughing, and then the doctor said, she has to be hospitalized, and they could not find out the reasons. So he put a bandhan, he felt vibrations on the Sahasrara, and said, okay, everything will be all right. But still, the infection was not gone. I mean, they didn't, first of all, know from where it is coming. And again, it was quite a serious situation. So he went again in front of Shri Mataji and just put his hand towards Shri Mataji, and he again felt cool vibrations and indicating that her attention is there. And after some days, because the doctors had said that maybe it could be the heart which is affected and this and that. But after some days, 10, 15 days, she came out of the hospital. Everything was fine. So we have to have that sort of faith. We don't go on putting bandhan. Like somebody told me his daughter was passing a thesis for some doctorate. And he was just standing on the sidelines. For 45 minutes, he's putting bandhan for his daughter. So his attention was full on the doctor and not on the hands. So this is not sort of protocolish, I would say. You just go, and if it's possible, put a bandhan in front of Shri Mataji. Now, even when you put a bandhan with when you go out of your house, um, you put a good bandhan and you can feel the vibrations, how you feel on your hands. You can feel, sometimes you feel ajna means there could be some heated argument with your colleagues. If you feel your left nabi means it will be a very hectic day. Or if you feel very, very good vibrations, it's a very good thing. You can have some good news from your work as far as your professional career is concerned. So it could be that is possible. Now, when we are putting the bandhan, try to put it proper bandhan, not like we say, like a wiper. You put a wiper, in the car. It's not like this. Very properly with full attention, you put a bandhan. So this is about, there are some quite other few things which you have to, take it into consideration, like wipe your photos of Shri Mataji with the rose water, show dhoop. When I was with Shri Mataji in 1978 in Bombay, she had told Raulbhai to put a dhoop every day. And she used to put, dhoop means charcoal, on that you put benjoin. Benjoin you call it dhoop on it's an Indian word. So then I realized that you can, if you put ajwain and camphor, that's also good for the left side. So if you're able to, you can put that every day. It's good for the vibrations of the house. So these are some small things you have to remember. Also, when we meditate, try to not to make lot of movements, not to make lot of, don't make a function out of it, as Sri Mataji says. And see that your head doesn't fall down, because there's a sign that you're sleeping. So these are small things which you can really realize. Now, coming to the meditation, because all these things we found out that we can feel them when we are deep in our meditation. Now, second part is about meditation. Like we, all of us meditate. And one more thing I would just like to mention here is that it's not because some of us have met Sri Mataji that we are more having more faith than people who have never seen Sri Mataji. Sri Mataji talks about it in What is Sahaja Dharma, 23rd February 86. Because she says that sometimes people who have never seen me, they could have more faith because they have to develop their faith through the photograph. So, why is the meditation necessary? what is the use of meditation? Of course, Shri Mataji has told quite a number of times. I've given in this document of all these talks about meditation, what Shri Mataji says. There are 3 Hindi talks and about 3 English talks. And these English talks we have compiled to put in them in this importance of meditation. So, what there are 2-3 things you have to remember about the meditation is now this nirvikalpa talk. Srimati says no point in discussing, arguing. It's more is you have to be meditative. You have to be in meditation. And also, secondly, that many times we think, what will happen to my country? What will happen to Sahaja? At the moment, what's happening? What will happen to Shri Mataji? What will happen to the world? And Shri Mataji says your mother does not only believe in giving you the questions, but she gives the answer. And the answer is that you have to be strong, very strong. And for that, meditation is very important. This Srimati talks about it in Navratri 1996. And the main thing is that many times, like in India, we do a lot of bhakti, like we do a lot of pujas and things like that. So in the West, it's more about techniques. I learned this technique, I learned that technique, and even in India, but both these things can give us a petty ego. But the meditation does not give an ego. That is, it's like a triangle. It's like a isolated triangle. The left side is bhakti, right side is gyan, knowledge, and the third is the bodha. The base is the bodha. Both is experience. Now, of course, we have got the experience of realization, but this experience of being one with Sri Mataji, that does not give any ego, because there is no ego. When a child is being nursed by his mother, what ego does that child have? Nothing. It's the same thing. So what happens is, basically we are one with Sri Mataji. In India, they say that every seeker he asks 3 things from God. Salokya, Samipya, and Sanitya. Salokya means to see God. Samipya means the closeness with God. And Sanidhya means companionship with God. But Sri Mataji has given us the 4th one, is called Tadatmya, means oneness. And that oneness we have got even when we are outside her body. And this oneness we have to strengthen our oneness with Sri Mataji through our Sahasrara. Srimati talks about this in Sahasrara Puja 86, Madesimo, Italy. By the way, this talk Sri Mataji has asked us to listen several times. So these are the some things we have to remember why we have to meditate. Now, how we have to meditate, as you know, we don't have any special method in Sahaja Yoga to meditate, like A, B, C, D, E, you do this, do that. No, there is no method. But obviously, there are some parameters, we call it them parameters, which we'll have to take into consideration. Like when you cook a Indian dish, you have got different spices, you put them in the right quantities, and it makes a beautiful dish. In the same way, when we put these parameters, we have got quite a number of parameters which we'll discuss in very short way here, and which if we can inculcate within us, follow them, we can have the depth in meditation. The first, of course, is Sri Ganesha. He is our elder brother. He gives us that he helps us in basically 5 ways. In the left Muladhara, he helps us to make us pure, innocent. And most of all, he helps us to keep our mother pleased. In his wisdom, he knows what is best. And in the center, he strengthens our realization. I feel that it's like a fulcrum, like we don't go either to the left or to the right, like a balance, like a seesaw. So he gives that the Kundalini a strong base, so that the Kundalini never falls down. On the right hand side, in the form of Sri Kartikeya, he puts our entities, our possessions, whatever, in the Mother Earth. Shri Mataji talks about it in Ganesh Puja 83 Tivoli. He says our mind which is full of confusion, which is does the same mistakes again and again, which is cannot cure the ills of bad feelings, and which is complicated. All that can be taken out if you put our right hand towards Sri Mataji and the left hand on the ground. Also on the Ajna Chakra, the Jesus Christ, the more we are innocent, the easily we can forgive. And on the back Agya, Sri Mataji, Sri Ganesha, he helps us in the form of Sri Mahaganesha to remind us what Sri Mataji has talked about in different talks. Like there are more than 3,000 talks. We listen to them, but then we forget. But he gives us he reminds us, yes, Sri Mataji has said this in this talk, or she has said this in this talk. So lots of things Sri Mataji has said. So these are the 5 ways he helps us. And these, there are 3 talks in English. We have given the references, and one in Hindi, 1988, Mumbai. And very good talks. Listen to them again and again, 5, 10, 15 times. Jot down the points. And in these talks, Sri Mataji, like there's one in San Diego, Ganesh Puja 86. Then there's 85, Maganesha and Mahamaya and Muladhara. She talks about that. And also the Ganesh Puja, Brighton 85, August 85. So in the San Diego talk, Srimati says, if your Ganesh principle is not settled, your realization has no meaning. So this is something we'll have to really remember. And obviously he gives us this, he knows how to please mother. And that's the main thing. The other things are not important at all. Just have to please mother. Always we say, okay, we recognize Sri Mataji, but what does recognition mean? That doesn't mean that we say, yes, Sri Mataji is Adi Shakti. But in our day-to-day activities, we have to always remember Sri Mataji is with us. She is with me. And she asks us to be the flowers in the garland in her neck. He says, it's not the flowers, but you are my flowers. Then I will believe that you believe in me. Also, if you are loving each other, then I will believe that really you believe in me, because that is my nature. Love is my nature. Now, after the recognition, another point is collectivity. Now, collectivity is not an option in Sahaja. We have to always be collective, because in this collectivity, Sri Mataji is there. There is one example which happened with me. We were in Rauri 78 or 79. We were 4 of us, Sri Mataji, Rahul Bhai, another organizer, and me. And Sri Mataji told this organizer that there were some Sahajogis, like 75, 80 Sahajogis from abroad. They were staying 15, 20 kilometers away. And Srimati told him, why don't you bring them here? So he said, no, there is no toilet, this and that. And Srimati said 3, 4 times, but still he did not budge. And next day, of course, that time there were no mobiles. So next day we learned that they thought that Srimati is coming there, and there will be a puja. So they had prepared everything. And when Srimati did not go, they did a Nirakara puja. So I felt that Shri Mataji physically was with us, but she was there. So that collectivity. So we have got a small local collectivity. Then we have got a regional collectivity. We have got a national. We have got a international. Like we have got a small stream which goes in the river, then it goes in the ocean, in the sea, and then the ocean. It's something like that. Because some people, they feel that if they just go to the pujas and everything, that will be okay. No, collectivity is very important, because when we are collective, we are protected in Srimati. Like it's like stay in that umbrella. Another thing is attention, which we know. This attention, when the Kundalini comes up, Kundalini takes our attention and takes it on our Sahasrara. So when the attention is disturbed, Sri Mataji, does not have a very good opinion about the human attention. She says that the human attention is hopelessly bad. Pandharpur Puja 84. So why it's so? Because we are putting our attention in a lot of useless things. So that where we have to really put our attention, that attention does not do that work, because that attention has to be thoughtless attention. That will really work. Sri Mataji explains very well in Christmas Puja 98, Ganpati Pule. So what happens is, like when you see the lighthouse in the sea, it can put a light very far away so that the ships can see. The same way, when we put our attention, we put bandhan, we put our attention on some things. So if that lighthouse is replaced with a pocket lamp, the pocket lamp will not do that job of the lighthouse. In the same way, our attention, we cannot spare it on other things, on useless things. I say it's like those are working. Now I'm retired, but the end of the month we get our pay. So if we are spending it in going to casinos 4 5 days, finished, everything is gone. So that attention we have to really watch, and watching it, our attention is the only penance in Sahaja Yoga. That's the only penance in Sahaja Yoga. So how important is our attention? So now we have talked about collectivity, attention, then the surrender. Surrender, what is surrender? Somebody gave me a very short definition I really remembered and liked it very much. It's called surrendering is not worrying. If you are worried, obviously everybody is worried about many things, could be anything, whether health or family or children or whatever. So we put that worry on the feet of Shri Mataji and stop worrying. And surrender and detachment is the two sides of the same coin. If you are attached, we cannot be surrendered. Like just now I told of example of putting bandhan and putting in the feet of Shri Mataji. So just surrender and we put it at the feet of Shri Mataji. A very good example of that is Draupadi. When her sari was being removed, and she had that last piece of sari in the mouth, and she wanted to say Shna, Krishna. She knew that if she says Sna, the sari will be falling and she will be exposed. But she says, okay, I will do it because I know my brother Sri Krishna will come and help me. It's the same thing. If you are attached to something, and that's why we are not able to surrender. So in our meditations, we say, Srimati, give me complete surrender at your lotus feet. I have no inhibitions. I have no desires. So once we do that, Sri Mataji fulfills all our desires. In the powers of Sahaja is 1980, I think so, 79 or 80, 1979 or 80, Bordi, she says that all your desires will be fulfilled. All she repeats, but your desires have to be correct. So this surrendering, we have to just, and when we surrender, we are, the satanic forces cannot, we get rid of these satanic forces. And next is forgiveness. The forgiveness is something which is sticking problem. I say forgiveness is got like 3 F's. Just a minute. Sorry. So it's 3 Fs: forgive, forget, and finish. So when we say we forgive, yes, it's easy to say, but forgetting is a bit difficult. Sometimes it can take quite some time to forget it. Then once we forget it, it's finished. We turn the page and it's gone. And I'm reminded of something which it's a little bit different. How to open the heart, because when you don't forgive, our heart gets closed. And in Mahashivratri Puja 86, Shri Mataji says how to open the heart. He says when you have got hatred, she says hatred to somebody. In Sahaja, she talks only of Sahajogis. You write to him how good he is, give him a lot of praises, say, oh, you're such a nice man or a nice woman, this and that. And then it will open your heart. I did that, and really it relieved me. And our relations were very much improved. Because if we don't forgive, what happens is we react. We react obviously in a negative way. That reaction gives anger, could give anger. Then that anger gives hatred. That hatred can give violence. That violence can give destruction. See what's happening in the Middle East. It's exactly since 1400 years it's going on. So the best way, obviously, there are some, like Hitler, they should not be forgiven. But for our level, just forgive. So once we forgive, we destroy the destroying powers. That is what happens. And more we are innocent, the easily we can forgive. And more we forgive, we go easily in thoughtlessness. So it's related. Now the thoughtlessness, it's a state of heavenly bliss. It's we can say a new concept given by Shri Mataji. I feel it's like when we are when these fishes, there are some fishes nicely swimming in the pond, and they feel that pond is the reality, is the world. So one day the fisherman comes and says, "Oh, the pond is not really a reality. It's here when it is dry, here up, here outside." And they don't understand. So he sometimes gives that pond is our thoughtful nature state, and the outside is the thoughtless state. Because once we are in this thoughtless state, we are in the kingdom of God, and His people, His arrangements, His consciousness looks after us. Srimati talks about this is Gudi Padwa Puja 1976, 30th March in Delhi. It's a very good talk. Please listen to it again and again. So Srimati talks about this forgiveness. And more we are forgiving, how do we know that we are forgiven somebody? Is that we feel peaceful, absolutely peaceful. Easter Puja 84. And that's how we know, yes, that thought is gone. That doesn't give a chain reaction in our head. Why did this person do this? Why he should not have done that, or she should not have done that, and this and that, and all those things, nonsense going in the head. But we don't feel peaceful. We have to feel peaceful in our head so that we can really go in that state, because this is the second last station. Final station is Sahasrara. So if you get stuck up in the second last station, we cannot go ahead. Now we can see just what happens within us when we are in meditation. We know we have these three channels like Ida, Pingla, Sushumna. Ida, they are like three tubes one inside the other. The outside one is the right side. The middle one is the left side, and the inner tube, in the most innermost tube, is the Brahmanadi, is the central channel through which the Kundalini goes. Now these tubes, either right or the left, their thickness is sometimes more. In some people, the right tube is thicker. Some people, the left tube is thicker. But in both the cases, the Brahmanadi becomes very small. And when we meditate more and more, when the Kundalini goes up, it lessens the thickness of these two channels. And the middle channel, Shri Mataji calls it axis, Sankranti Puja 88 Mumbai. This axis is very strong and we can easily raise the Kundalini. I was just telling about raising the Kundalini through attention. That is more possible. We can get destabilized, but we automatically come back to the balance. So this is what happens, we feel during the meditation. Now, how do we know that we have meditated well? Is that after the meditation, of course, we feel good, but before we finish the meditation, we don't like to come out of it. We want to stay more and more. We are enjoying. So, and what are the other effects of meditation? Like a small example, in the morning, if you have a good meditation, that meditation stays with us. You feel the vibrations almost throughout at least the morning. Do everything like a puppet, you do everything in a witness state. But you don't feel that you're doing. It's like, like you have got a fan, ceiling fan, you put off the current, but still the fan is moving. It's something like that. So we can feel that. And once we are uh, in the meditation, we can fulfill what Sri Mataji is expecting from us. What does she expect from us? Is that we were gold before, we were processed, and now we have become pure gold. And now our job is to find a place in the crown of our mother. That is our main job, main aim. This Guru Puja 86 in Austria. Also, what happens is that Srimati says in Sahaja, only people who are kind, who are peaceful, and who are forgiving will remain in Sahaja. There will be only such type of people which will be there. So you have to really work on that to have at least these three qualities within us. And when we are in this collective, we are like the cells in the body of Srimati. We are not only in her heart, but we are moving the cells of Sri Mataji in the cosmic body. So if we are enjoying ourselves, if we are working together, if we are even sometimes pulling each other's legs, and we are enjoying together, Sri Mataji feels happy. But if you are quarreling, if you are fighting with each other, we are troubling Sri Mataji. And Sri Mataji says, if my troubles are gone, all the troubles of whole world will be gone. So how much responsibility we have to have this our uh, behavior, so that we don't fight, we are collective. So this is what Sri Mataji expects from us. Now, also one of the things of our meditation is the photo of the feet of Sri Mataji. I speak at the feet of Sri Mataji. It so happened that 1999 Diwali Puja in Greece. So I happened to be with Sri Mataji, and she was telling a lot of things from 72, what happened. And I was just looking at the feed because I knew it was somehow the last time I'm seeing the feed, because previously I used to massage this and that. But in the West, it was rather rare. And suddenly Srimati said, "Do you want to massage?" I said, "Yes, yes." So she said again, Kashi Shiva tea and all that, but 2.5 hours. But really, it was such a good experience. So in the evening after the puja, Sri Mataji was distributing the presents, like t-shirts and ties and things like that. So they said to give to Avdhut, because I didn't want any present. So Shri Mataji said, take this. I said, no, Shri Mataji, in the morning you gave me your present. She looks at her feet and said, here. I said, yes. So that present we have to try to get it. And also in 87 in Paris, she told me that she has put out the leader of Bombay at that time because he used to give abusive words, very bad words. And she said, I told your father, but why didn't you tell me? And then he replied, I used to write and put it at your lotus feet. Then I thought, why did she tell me all this? Is to just remember that if you have got any real problems, you just write it on her lotus feet, then try to forget about it. And it so happened that, I used to put, and then after 10 days, I used to, put it in the sea and all that. But once I misplaced that letter, I didn't know where it went. So about 3-4 years, I got that letter back. And I saw that in that letter, I'd written that I should feel the joy in meditation. And I was very angry type of a person. So that anger should go. And I saw that in these 4 years, Shri Mataji had granted me these things. So writing in the feet of Shri Mataji really helps us quite a lot to take out our, like you're in the plane, you don't sit with your baggage on your head, you put it in the check-in, the suit, in the check-in baggage. Yes, it's something like that. And the more we are deep within ourselves, the more we are in our meditation, the more the antennas go up above. These antennas which we use for telephone, for mobile phones, or many other things, antennas, the TV. So more we are deep inside us, the more these antennas go up. And those antennas, they emit vibrations. And those vibrations change the surroundings, change our environment. See, Mataji talks about in May 87 Sydney. And how does it change? It's through vibrations. They emit the vibrations. Now in December 78, Sri Mataji was asked one question, what are vibrations? And Sri Mataji said, the vibrations, they think, they plan, they organize, they have relay centers, they have communication centers. And at the end, she says that they do everything, you don't do anything. And she repeats, really, I'm telling you, you don't do anything. It's the vibrations which do everything. So if that is the case, what is our purpose? Our purpose is to just become a good instrument to emit those vibrations. Now that I'm talking, I keep the hands open, feel the coolness in the hand. From time to time, I try to feel the sahasrara also, closing my eyes. So that is our job. And about the vibrations, there was one Mr. Phadke in Bombay, and he did a lot of work on vibrations. And Sri Mataji told him to write a book on this, on the vibrations. It's about 200 pages. It's available on the Divine Kulbris. It's also in PDF format. I can send it to in Marathi and in English. So really, if somebody wants to go through this Phadke's book, I would request them to read it. So this is about the vibrations. I think so that we have covered a lot of points about the meditation. Now it's high time that we have some questions pertaining to the subject here. It's how to worship Adi Shakti from Sakar to Nirakar. Let us have some questions. Sridhar?
Jai Shri Mataji Bhaiya. What a wonderful uh, experience that you shared, and so many points that you covered, Bhaiya. Uh, that is the reason we are not disturbing you in the middle.
No. Just a minute. I have just shared 3 miracles, but there are quite a number of experiences which I have put. I don't know if I told you. It's on the on Amruta, and we can send you. It's on the YouTube. We can send you the links. Yes.
Yeah,
Over
yeah.
to you,
We
Sridhar.
share.
Yes.
We share. Whoever
Yes.
writes an
Yes.
email,
Yeah.
then we can share all the documents to them.
Maybe, yeah, it's possible put it in the comments.
WhatsApp too. Yeah,
Yeah,
WhatsApp group.
no, in the comment section or description section, you can,
Yeah,
if
we
possible.
try to do it, but
Yes.
it seems only 250 characters.
Okay.
We try to
Give
attach
the
the link
links.
to
Yeah,
this YouTube. So
yeah.
probably that's how we can do it.
Okay, no problem.
But- So, but yeah, we have received few questions
Yes.
regarding the topic. So I'm quickly going through it. The first question, is there is any difference in worshipping Sakar to Nirakar form? Is also humbly forgiving us to my question. That's what he's asking.
No, see, basically, previously Shri Mataji was here in the Sakar form. Uh, this is something she has said. She said, if I would have been in the Nirakar form, I would not have been able to talk to you. I would not have been able to convey to you in words. And like some of us, we saw Sri Mataji, how she behaved, how she in different circumstances. So, like there is one. Can I tell one instance?
Please
Why?
go ahead.
Why?
Please.
Just now we told about the reactions. Like there was one, yes, one Mister. Uh, we can call him Bhatt, whatever the name is changed. So
Okay.
he was a Sahaja. He went to America and he started making business. He came here to Bombay, and
Mm-hmm.
he was telling that he gave us his visiting card, and in the visiting card it was written realization $1, giving vibrations $2, something like that. Huh?
Okay.
So we were about a bit surprised. So how Sri Mataji was playing, she puts Maya on people. So she said, okay, they were trying very hard that he could go to Delhi with Sri Mataji, and somehow it was not happening. And we were all together. 74, I think so it was. Kalpana Diji's house, fourth floor. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you that floor number, some reason. So we were talking, and he started telling Sri Mataji, yes, some things. And then he said, it's so difficult to reach you, Sri Mataji, to phone you. It's easy
Reach me.
to telephone Indira Gandhi than to telephone to you.
Yes.
So we thought it's a big insult. And Sri Mataji was very quiet, no reaction, no reaction. It was amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
suddenly Modi uncle got up. He's 6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And he said to him, one more word from you, I will throw you out of the window. And I think so you would have done it because he was so angry, this
Thank you.
Modi uncle. And this fellow, he got up and he said, bye bye, madam, to Srimati. He went away.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to some forest, and this forest, these yogis, they are there. And
Okay.
real yogis,
Mm-hmm.
not such yogis.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, but you have insulted Adi Shakti, now go and ask for forgiveness.
Okay.
So he was, he had lot of, he felt a lot of remorse, and he wanted to penance. He
Okay.
cut his hair. He had long hair. He cut all his hair, chaman gota, and
Mm-hmm.
he sorry.
Yeah.
So he wanted to meet Srimati to say sorry, and once uh, sh- he wanted to meet Srimati at the airport.
Okay.
And once he was late, Shri Mataji went just 5 minutes early, which never happens. And once the taxi strike was there, he could not come. And Shri Mataji said, because if he has insulted me,
Hmm.
he will never come in front of me. Hanumana will see that he will never come in front of me.
Okay.
And when this Modi uncle got up, Srimati said it was Hanumana who spoke through Modi uncle. So this is what happens, our non-reaction act. You just see something it doesn't. Uh, so these things Sri Mataji had to show us, and yes, it's a long explanation why Sri Mataji had to come. And many times she has told in this Mahamaya talks and all that, I
Okay.
had to come on the earth to
So
show.
there is no differences in a nutshell, if I can.
No, no. I would rather say that Nirvikara is much more powerful than Savik. Yes,
Sakar.
Sakar.
Yeah.
Sakar.
Yes.
Because Nirvikar, everything is there, only the mouse speaker is not there.
Yes.
The loudspeaker is not there. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then second question, how do we recognize the power of Nirakar form? I mean to say, see, Sakar, Nirakar is the difference you've already
Yes.
explained. But how do we recognize this power?
No, because that's what I told, these three detection instruments we have got.
Mm, mm, mm.
If you are able to sharpen them,
Yeah.
through,
That's
like the
Kundalini
other day
and
we wanted to go to see a
Sahasrara.
hall
So like Kundalini, Sahasrara, and
and vibrations,
vibrations.
vibrations.
Yes.
So we went to this hall. The fellow was so nice and so sweet, and the hall was very good. But suddenly, for me, it is like, this Giger-Muller counter.
Yeah.
It's an instrument to measure the radiation,
Yes.
nuclear radiation.
Hmm.
So if there is any nuclear radiation and you put that Giger-Muller counter on,
Hmm.
it beeps. It's saying there is some radiation here.
Yeah.
So our Giger-Muller counter is our Sahasrara.
Okay.
So you just keep your attention on Sahasrara, and I felt heavy on the Sahasrara. I was feeling more and more heavy. So I
Mm.
asked him, and he said that yes, in this we have this Tibetan meditation. And I said, oh God, it's the worst thing. And all the vibrations, the bad vibrations were coming from that. Obviously, we did not take the hall. And after coming home for quite some time, I had to foot soak, I had to really liberate. So the Sahasrara can, so you can see the vibrations, you can see the Kundalini also. Kundalini can give us the,
Okay. There's
yeah.
another attached to that same question. Recognize and realize the Nirakar form.
So you don't realize, you
Realize.
feel.
You feel.
Realization
Yeah,
means
yeah.
you
Maybe it's
feel.
his intention
Yes, you
was.
don't see anything.
Yeah.
People many a times, I see this, that. No, no, you don't see. I've never seen anything.
Oh.
Yes,
Of course, it's an experience, man.
yes, exactly.
Why there is a difference in dedication to Sakar to Nirakar form these days? So there are some examples are being given in accepting marriages, going in depth, and attending to Sahaja work, different. So old Sahajogis are saying that it's a golden days, but nowadays it's not working like this. Why there is a difference, especially after Shri Mataji left her physical form? So the question is why there is a difference in dedication to Sakar to Nirakar form. So
That again, I would say is more you are in meditative powers, all these things come automatically. This meditation, there's a very good talk, Navratri Puja 2002, on wisdom.
yeah.
So that wisdom, Bhakti and Shraddha, sorry. So that gives us the wisdom, and that wisdom will tell you, yes, I have to be collective. Whatever Sri Mataji has told, we have to do. That's why I'm a bit sort of not afraid, but a bit careful, because people should not say that he has said or she has said, what you feel, and more based on on Sri Mataji's talks. So that's why I was giving some indications, and
Preferences. Yeah.
And the document also I can send it. You can send it to others.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yes,
Share
whatever
it.
I've told, 90% things are there in from Shri Mataji's talks. Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine. So this is a little long question. In the Western world, it is often challenging to grasp the subtle relationship between the deities and Shri Mataji. In one of her talks, Shri Mataji mentioned that some deities require mantras, while for others it is not necessary. How can we recognize this subtly in pure way and avoid becoming ritualistic or overly focused on reciting many mantras that may not be needed for our ascent? It's a big question.
No, the basic thing is the vibrations. Now we have got vibrations. We
Mhm.
can feel, okay, when I go on reciting mantras like, I always say in my head, all what is ritual is not spiritual. In
Mhm.
India, we say a lot of rituals are there, but
Yes.
are they spiritual?
Mhm.
This is the thing. I
Mhm.
say some mantras, and those mantras, there is one, there are two talks,
Mhm.
16 February 86 and 29 March 86.
Ah.
So in these talks, Srimati says, whenever you talk, you have to be in thoughtlessness. Whenever you say the mantras, you should be in thoughtlessness. Whenever you sing, you should be in thoughtlessness. So if you are in thoughtlessness, then those things work. Mm. You don't go on saying mantras like some people, they go on saying, like somebody said, some of our health centers is like a mantra factory. So the mantras, they have to work, isn't it? If they
Yeah.
don't work, it's of no use.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, to cut short, the answer is like, how can we recognize this in a subtle way? I think through vibrations. Is that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it should work. That is the
Work
main thing.
on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's it. So I have been following second other question. I have been following a practice to open three granthis, reciting the mantras Shri Brahma Granthi Vibhedini, Shri Vishnu Granthi Vibhedini, and Shri Rudra Granthi Vibhedini. While placing my attention on each of them, I would like to understand whether this is the correct approach.
The thing is, I know only three mantras. That is the three mantras of Sahasrara.
Okay.
And I put my attention on Sahasrara. And let Sri Mataji open my granthis.
Okay.
And it's her, how do you say, she will open it when she wants and if she wants. Okay.
Mm.
So we don't go on reciting mantras for these granthis, but because it's khechri also, it's
Yeah.
automatic. All things happen within us automatically.
Yes. So can I say that all these mantras are there in the mantra of Shri Mataji, Nirmala Devi?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You know this. There is the talk of Nirmala. I think
Yes,
so. It's
Nirmala.
18 January 1980 in
Yes.
Rauri.
Yeah.
Listen to it again and again. It's in Marathi. And Sri Mataji tells, make copies of this and to give it to everybody. It's
Yeah.
so deep, so much. Sri Mataji is telling.
Yeah.
And she's told a lot of things about about this, how to about this chakra, this three chi channels. This
Yeah.
talk also, which I was mentioning,
Yeah.
the 30th March 1990,
Hmm.
Teen Yuktiya. So
Okay.
it's really, really good. You listen, and those things will help to open these canals and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So the other question, I often feel my Kundalini circling around my heart in its three aspects. If she becomes momentarily held there, moving from the right heart to the center heart, sometimes ago some time ago, I asked Sujata Didi, the Ayurvedic doctor here in Italy, and she told me that I might be feeling a knot. that needs to be gently opened. Since this is such an important step for our ascent, I would be deeply grateful for your guidance on how to proceed in the most Sahaj and surrendered way.
No, as Sujata indicated that it could be some knot which is opening.
And the heart,
So
yes.
yes, in the heart.
Mm.
So what I would suggest is little bit put a bandhan and put it on Sahasrara. Uh, uh, for me, it's much more that I put everything in the Sahasrara. Like the Sahasrara is like a, you can say like a Havan. Whatever your problems, whatever are your difficulties, just put it in that and it will get disappear. It will disappear. Hmm. Like when you put it, even when you raise your Kundalini with your attention, it's like, in India we call it bechki. And
Yeah,
bechki means slingshot.
yeah.
So you put that problem and you raise your Kundalini and it goes up and it is, yeah, at the feet of Sri Mataji.
Okay. So, in a nutshell, you put the problem at the feet of Shimataji and put your attention on
I,
Sahasrara.
I do that. I
Yeah,
do that many a
that's
times.
what you said. Okay.
Yes, as I told, we do not have replies to everything. Like yeah, everybody's learning. Everybody is has his own experience. So I
Yes,
am just sharing my experience.
absolutely, absolutely. Uh, Please ask on. Okay. About the bandhans for the
Hmm,
world wars, this in Ukraine and Iran, we do bandhan only
hmm.
once to pray her stop these wars and to enlighten the pure desire for peace in the hearts of all people. Because we do more than one bandhan for this issue. So is just asking from the talk that you were just spoken your experiences, Bhaiya, regarding the bandhans. So is it necessary to give more than one bandhan? In a nutshell, that's what she was asking. She's
Hmm.
asking.
That's exactly what I was telling before.
Mm,
That when you put a bandhan, I put when I really see some those bombs falling on these Ukrainian cities and even Iran and all,
mm,
it churns my heart.
yes.
But I say, okay, mother, I put these problems at your lotus feet. Okay, I must have put bandhan, but I don't go on putting bandhan.
Yeah.
Like
So
you
the
put a
mother's
bandhan
desire,
just
at the end, mother's desire prevailed.
exactly. That has to happen. You know, it's a long story, but if you see that this my experiences, the
Yeah.
how my mother expired and all that.
Hmm.
So at the end, Srimati sent us a letter, and she said, if the will of God has to be respected,
Yeah.
because sometimes what happens is that when we put a bandhan, we expect some things.
Yeah.
Like today, I put a bandhan, tomorrow the war should stop. It doesn't. If Sri
Yeah.
Mati doesn't want it to stop, it will not stop. It has to, the humanity has to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like this. So it has to be, we see it in a very small angle, but the divine looks at it in a very, very large, large angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I
Yeah, yes. I'm just reading some
satisfied
questions here.
everybody. Yes, it's like this.
So I think it's okay. So this is over. So another question from again your experiences when you're sharing. This is regarding collective. Sometimes the acceptance and oppressive and offensive behavior of majority of these against the majority of this Sai Yoga, that especially the leaders you used to have, should we follow these people no matter how much they try to kind of oppressive the collective? So it's like you talked about the how it is important, how important is collectivity. So she was talking about, she's asking a question, one of the yogini, that do we really stick to collectivity even if we get some kind of oppressive behavior or the not good behavior from the leaders of her collective?
Yes, the Sri Mataji has replied to this question once. Sri
Hmm.
Mataji said, if you are the spirit, nobody can oppress you. That
Hmm.
is one thing.
Absolutely.
Secondly, we should be in the collective, not because the collectivity needs us, but we need the collective.
Yes.
Remember, I told collectivity is not an option,
Yeah.
because if you go out from one collectivity and sort of, because you don't like that collectivity, somewhere else we go,
Mm.
we'll find the same thing, because that problem is within us,
Yes.
not in the collective.
There's no
So
other.
if that leader is oppressive, I don't know what she means by oppressive. Does it come and it's like hit with a stick or something like that, or I don't know. If you say something which you don't like, if you don't agree, okay, you don't have to argue, you don't have to, but you don't have to adhere to it. See, I give one example. Very good Sir Yogi, excellent Sir Yogi from India. He had come, and
Hmm.
he was showing some meditations, and so I have a lot of respect. We live in a place which is sort of heavens in the on the earth, very beautiful from non-such point of view, and everybody like to go here, see this and that. But he was the only one. He came just for meditative experiences,
Mm.
but he had some just how do you say method,
Yeah.
and somehow I could not adhere to that method. I cannot adhere to some method, because Sri Mataji has shown us some meditations, but none of our methods are the same. Okay, so if you are not adhering with anybody, don't have to fight, put a bandhan. The main thing is you don't react. And how do we know if you react or not? It's a very thing we talked within us.
Mm.
When we react, we want to tell to somebody. Huh? See what Avdhut was saying. Do you agree? You don't agree? And there will be a big
Oops.
debate. Huh?
Yes.
So this is a reaction.
Yeah.
Now, action is different. We don't react. We are not reactionaries into telling Sri Mataji's words. We act. Now, how do we act? We said, this fellow Avdut is a lot of, ego. Okay, let me shoe beat him. We
Mm.
put a bandhan. We just put it on feet of Sri Mataji, who is really negative. I write it on piece of paper and put it in Sri Mataji's feet, then burn it. Things like that. These
Yeah.
are our actions we have to do, and not reactions. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a difference between action and reaction.
And also that is one of the tests of the.
Exactly. But more we are in the meditative state, these things don't touch us.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
things don't touch us.
So in a nutshell, you're saying yogis are going to collectivity for their own betterment, not because of a
No,
ABCD person or the
exactly,
leader.
exactly. We have
Leader
to
is a
be.
myth. Okay. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, uh, no, yeah, 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 that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's one more chat. Someone asked, my understanding of Bandhan is to protect us from the effects of negativity. It allows us to detach. The same for shoe beating and havan. Then only because we are detached, we clear out and ascend. Is it question or is it saying? I don't know. It's an understanding. So he's confronting with you here. So is that the bandhan is to protect us from the effects of negativity. It allows us to detach. The same for shoe beating and havan. Is that correct? His understanding?
No, no, these are three different things.
Yeah.
Bandhan is to protect us. Shoe beating for us is for our ego. Uh, if you have got ego problem, then we shoe beat ourselves. Okay. If you have got some person who is harassing us, you can shoe beat that person. Okay. That is shoe beating. Uh,
Okay.
and Havan is to cleansing us. Like you have got Havan and the Puja. Puja is the water cleansing.
Yeah.
Havan is the fire cleansing.
Yeah.
Water cleansing is it cleans us. And fire cleansing is that it makes it disappear. Fire makes things disappear.
Mhm. Okay. Uh, Cleanser nurturing also, no, bhaiya? Puja?
Puja,
Nurture.
yes, of course.
Okay.
It nurtures us, it charges our system.
One more. Does not reacting apply in normal life as well, like at work and family? Of course. Yeah. So it's asking a question. Of course, it's a confronting again. Does not reacting applies in normal life as well, like at work and or family?
Yes, of course. See, we cannot have one behavior during Sahaja Yoga and another behavior outside.
So maybe you can say like three myths of the world: physical, mental, emotional.
Yes, yes. Whenever you are in the collective, see,
Yeah,
like, um, it's a little bit, I call it three triangles. Now one triangle, I talked about this, gyan, left side gyan, the right side the left side is
knowledge.
bhakti, right side gyan,
Yeah,
and
Bodha,
the third one is the
Bodha.
bodh.
Hmm.
Now there is a three triangles. Now these are three equilateral triangles. It's slightly off the subject, but the first triangle is our relation with the other people,
Yeah,
like our neighbors, like our family, like our friends in the society.
yeah,
The second relation is with Saj Yoga. Okay,
yeah,
and these are triangles.
yeah, yeah,
Now the first triangle is the one side is your family,
yeah,
another side is Saj Yoga,
yeah.
and third side is with your professional. Now especially the professional and the society,
Hmm.
your behavior should be such that one day if they see you talking about sajoga or meditation, they should
Hmm.
not be surprised. Mm?
Mm.
Because in our family, in our society, we are we are representing sajoga, we are representing Shri Mataji. Okay,
Right.
so we cannot say, oh, in Sahaja Yoga, I'm really, doing very good, and then go and abuse people and shout and give bad words in the society. That's hypocrisy. Okay.
Right.
Mm, mm.
Right.
So that is first. And then second, relation between Sahaja Yoga is relation between one side is relation to collectivity, relation to Sri Mataji, and relation with ourselves. If you are too much collective, oh, we do a lot of things, but our relation with Sri Mataji is not very strong, then
Mm.
we can get ego or we can go out. And also either of these, or we don't work on ourselves enough, and then also that can create imbalance. We have to, these three triangles, three sides should be equilateral. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
that is there. And then third, obviously, is our bhakti, gyan, and the bodh. We have
Mhm.
to, you should not do too much bhakti, you should not have too much gyan.
Yeah. Balance.
And,
Everything is in balance.
yeah, so everything we have to balance.
Balance.
And all there is an axis goes through these three triangles, is called I am a Sahajogi. In every situation, I am a Sahajogi. It's a big mantra.
Yes. That's a reminder for all of us. Okay. And then the last, of course, this is out of context, but since question has come, so I'm just reading it out. We would like to ask, what is the importance of to put a sari or chunari around the picture of Shri Mataji in the puja?
What is the importance? I wouldn't say that. Uh, when Sri Mataji was there, how do you say, physically, she used to put a sari. So here, when we want to show our respect to Sri Mataji, when we want to show our love for Sri Mataji, we put a sari
Yeah.
to Sri Mataji. You see,
Yeah.
so where do we put? We put it on the photo.
Yeah. It's also like kind of this is also a perfect realization of Sakar to Nirakar, because
We
even
can say that.
Nirakar
Yeah,
also
it's a
you can say
worship.
the Sakar. Yeah, worshipping. Yeah,
Yes.
it's wonderful. Uh, how to keep Sahasrara opened all day?
How to keep Sahasrara open is to watch our attention.
Where is your attention? Mm.
Where is your attention?
Yes.
Watching our attention is the only penance in Sahaja Yoga. I mentioned that there is
Yes.
some, I think so, I don't remember the dates.
Yeah, if
But
save instead of save penny, save your attention. That's what Shri
yes,
says. Yes.
chitta or chitta. In
Yes.
Marathi, we say
Uh-huh.
chitta. Yes, attention on your attention.
So I think we come to an end to all the Q and
Yes,
A.
yes. I
I
think
will,
so. It's high time we meditate a little
yeah,
bit.
I think we
Yes,
need to go to meditation.
yes,
We can. We will go ahead with watching
yes.
Shri Mataji video.
I will lead the meditation.
Yes, please go ahead with it.
I think so. In this question answers, the vibrations have little bit come down. Let's again just put a bandhan and see that the vibrations are increased. Just put a bandhan on yourself. We just put our attention on our Muladhara chakra. Ask the blessings of Sri Ganesha. Because he is the one who can help us to please Shri Mataji. That's our main job, our main aim. Just now we will see after the video. But this is the prayer to Sri Ganesha. Sri Ganesha, please help me realize who Sri Mataji is and not to try to analyze or understand her through our mental calculations. Please make me innocent. Just our attention on Muladhara chakra. We'll say 4 times the mantra of Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Try to feel him. Just work on our Sahasrara. As I said, our main job is to please Shri Mataji. So you can bend the head slightly in the front. Put our right hand, the palm of our right hand on the Sahasrara. Massage it clockwise direction. And just pray to Shri Mataji. I will read out some prayer and you just say, so that we may please you. Let us be simple-hearted and innocent, so that we may please you. Let us be forgiving and loving towards everyone, so that we may please you. Let us be dignified in our behavior and in our character, so that we may please you. Let us be joyful and in the enjoyment of the Spirit, so that we may please you. Let us pursue our pure desire to be one with the Divine, so that we may please you. Let our words and our actions be such that they bring you joy, so that we may please you. Let us have complete surrender in all circumstances, so that we may please you. And finally, grant us a pure, humble, and loving heart, so that we may always please you. Jai Shri Mataji. You can take down our hand. Try to feel the vibrations on the Sahasrara. And in this state of thoughtless, doubtless awareness, we'll watch the video of Shri Mataji. And after that, we'll go straight away in meditation for about 15 minutes in total silence.
You have to do exactly what will please me and not what will please you. So you must change your attention for pleasing all the public. Some people say those who come first time, mother, we must not say this. You must. Certain thing you must say to them. Otherwise you will make me aprasanna. That will cause problem. But when you say to others, you need not go like Pune and Bombay people in their special Marathi language, but say it in a proper Urdu style, that people don't feel bad, but you must say it. You should not put those people on my head. Instead of that, you should tell them in such a way that people are all. So to go deeper into you, you must do also individual meditation and samuhik. I would not say all the Sahajogis in Delhi are like that, but we are very good at organizing. Which our Bombay Sahajogis and these Pune Sahajogis must learn. They quarrel among themselves and I really get fed up. And they treat each other shabbily, that I don't like. But individually they are alright. So they become individualistic. Some people become individualistic and some people become publicist. They please the public. Now they are twisted. What should a Sahajogi do? They have to become mother addicts. They should do what your mother likes. Which Adi Shankaracharya has told you, that just keep the mother free. But nobody makes that study. Try to make the study what makes mother free. Then you will see I am very easily pleased. You see, as a Shiva Tattva, even if you make mistakes, twice you pull your ears, all right. But don't go too far. You see, the mistakes you commit is all right, but don't take it for granted that you can go on committing mistakes, because you will get a big rope, but you will hang yourself ultimately, isn't it? So be afraid of the rope also which is given to you. It will hang you much better otherwise. So one has to understand that you should not be addicted to public opinion or to the opinion of your own. Both things are wrong. You must behave in such a manner that it should please all the deities within me. As far as I am concerned, I don't exist. I have no existence. Really, believe me, I have no existence at all. I just is an assemblage of so many existences. Otherwise, I don't exist. I don't find myself anywhere in this body, anywhere. I don't find myself anywhere in the universe. I am nowhere. I sometimes find, what is all this? It's not mine. It's all foreign to me. But still I permeate into it, enjoy it, live with it. But I am not in it. Nowhere. So if you just try to understand what pleases your mother, you will develop your dignity because I want you to be dignified. It will develop your joy because I want you to be joyous. It will give you more capacity to achieve more vibrations within yourself because that is what I am doing. Whatever is good for you, if you do that, it will please. So whatever methods are there by which one should not positively displease, that's the only thing. You don't do anything special, but don't do something extraordinary just to displease. If you understand this simple thing, that don't try to do anything that will displease, you please. It is so simple. You don't have to do anything extra. Just try to be loving, affectionate, dignified, and I'll be very happy.
Is Kundalini. And the Kundalini, as I have told you, is the pure desire. Again, listen to it carefully, pure desire. That means all other desires are impure. There's only one pure desire, and that is to be one with the divine, one with the Brahma, one with God. That's the only pure desire. All other desires are impure. So, train your mind gradually to achieve that desire as the main thing. If you train your mind in that fashion, then you can develop pure desire. So all other desires will negate gradually. Alright. Now this desire to be one with the divine is the purest and the highest. And to achieve that, what have you to do? To achieve that, you have to keep your mother pleased. Very simple. Adi Shankaracharya has said that you don't bother about anything, just keep your mother pleased. You have to be a simple person, not try to be cunning with me or clever with me. I know everyone very well. Try to tell yourself that I should say things, I should behave in a manner that will please my mother. Supposing you are in Sahaja Yoga and you are doing wrong things, it is not going to please me at all. So, how to please mother? That you should try to see for yourself. What kind of a thing pleases me the best? I am also a very simple person. So I want a simple-hearted person who is simple-hearted. But this Lakshmi Tattva has to become Mahalakshmi Tattva. That is for your ascent. And just to get it to that Mahalakshmi Tattva, what you have to do is to use all your material things and your material being in such a way that you please me. That is very important. So you should not do something that will not please me. That's very important. Everybody must understand. I want you to understand that when you dress up, also certain things I don't like at all, like disheveled hair, at all.
She can be achieved through bhakti. She can only be achieved through dedication. She is only fond of her bhaktas, the devotees. For this, meditation is the only way, I should say. Emotionally, you may feel closer to me in your heart. But through meditation, surrender. Meditation is nothing but surrendering. It is complete surrendering. In your full freedom, complete freedom, you have to surrender. Only through your bhakti, through your devotion and dedication, you can achieve me. My achievement is the complete manifestation of your divine powers. It is very simple, made so simple. I am only pleased by people who are simple, innocent, who are not tricky, who are loving, affectionate to each other. It is very easy to please me. When I see you loving each other, talking good of each other, helping each other, respecting each other, laughing aloud together, enjoying together each other's company, I get my blessing, my first joy. So the dedication in meditation, complete dedication in meditation must be practiced. It is not your good, now you are doing it, so-called your. So how to please mother? I am also a simple person, so I want a simple-hearted person. So this heart, so this heart chakra is to be first looked after. That with your heart's desire, you will keep your mother pleased. First of all, the heart must be clear. If the heart is not clear, then everything has no meaning, because it's a dark heart which is doing all these things. The heart has to be clean, absolutely surrendered, and must try to put me before everything else. The Lakshmi Tattva has to become Mahalakshmi Tattva. That is for your essence. And just to get into the Mahalakshmi Tattva, what you have to do is use all your material things and your material being in such a way that you please me. You have to keep your mother pleased by pleasing other Sahaja yogis and not other people. What Guru Dakshina have you given me? Understand that your money is not worth the dust on the feet of your Mother Guru. You should give your hearts only clean and holy hearts. You must clean your physical beings. You must get up early in the morning and spend at least 1 hour on meditation and worshipping. Perform arati and meditate in the evening.
But the matured people are those who surrender, who bow to the Mother Earth. So the capacity to bow is the best judgment of yourself. And leaving everything to the power of gravity of your mother to do every work for you, and leaving all your small little worries behind, you have to rise above these restricting powers and achieve the completion of this Virata Shakti, which ultimately becomes a Madhura Shakti. Madhura, there's no word in English language, but it means a sweet power. Like the fruit becomes sweet. That's how you all have to become very sweet. Krishna tried to make everything very sweet, in the sense it was all Madhura Shakti that was acting. All his play, all his dancing, all his stories, if you read, is nothing but Madhura Shakti towards Gopas and Gopis, towards other Sahajogis. So you have to keep your mother pleased by pleasing all other Sahajogis and not other people. They are not important.
So also I convince you that what I say, what I do, you know that I look after you. But when you take up responsibility upon yourself and start thinking about it, then I cannot help. So just know that leave it to God. It's all for your good, for your hita. Everything is for your hita. Whatever it is. Sometimes I have to shout at you, sometimes I have to correct you, sometimes I have to tell you that don't come here. Some people who touch me, you see, can give me horrible sensations. Then I said, you just don't come here. You don't stand before me. You get out from here. That helps them. But if they stand there, the bhoots will never leave because the bhoots want to trouble me. So this point if you understand, you will get completely detached and will know that for our good, for our betterment, we must keep mother pleased, and these things if you do by displeasing her, we are going to be finished. Now to understand this, what you need, not age, not position, not your qualifications, nothing, you need a wise mind, deep personality.
Then the second thing you said, that you are facing your Sahasrara hours on the thing. Yes, one of the reasons for Nirvichara is that. But also Nirvichara is a way to express the blessings of your mother. When she wants to bless you, see, you wrote the letter, she was happy. Just to bless you, you became Nirvichara. You see, it's the blessing. That's the grace, you see, that comes to you from your mother, that you become Nirvichara. That's one has to remember. If you do the things that I tell you, I feel I bless you very much, because they are for your good, for your kalyana, for your mangal. And that's why you are blessed. And that blessing you feel as Nirvichara. Because I am Nirvichara myself.
Sahaj Yoga cannot work out without Sri Ganesh. He is the one who is Sahaj. He is the one who creates all spontaneity of the world. He is the one who takes you to the right path. He is the one who gives you everything easily. He is the one who creates all the chamatkaras, all the magic, all the miracles of the world. He is the Ganapati. He is the one who is sitting on Ganas. In the sense that he is like the king of all the Ganas. The one who has pleased Sri Ganesha has pleased all the gods and goddesses. Because all the gods and goddesses are pleasing Sri Ganesha. So what is the need? And Sri Ganesha is very clever. He knows. Please. His mother is the only simple thing he has to do. To have all the powers of the world. Just keep the mother pleased. May God bless you.
Thank you, Shri Mataji. We'll just go in within ourselves to be in silent meditation. So now keeping our eyes closed, just bend down our head. Put our right hand on the left heart, the left hand over it. Shri Mataji, thank you very much for this meditation, to be with your company, to be in your company. For allowing us to feel the Nirananda. Please, we pray at your lotus feet so that our attention always remains at your lotus feet and we remain in the Nirvikalpa state forever and ever. Thank you again and again, Shri Mataji. Thank you for everything. Jai Shri Mataji. So we'll all bow down to Shri Mataji, do namaskar, slowly raise the Kundalini and put a bandhan. I'll hand over the mic to you, studio. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Mataji.